Brad and Jeff are commercial executives for different rare disease therapies at Acme Pharmaceutical. One day at lunch, Jeff notices Brad is not in a good mood. Though his therapy is amazingly effective, doctors aren't finding and diagnosing the patients who need it. He wasn't even close to hitting his quarterly goals and is under enormous pressure. The future of the entire organization rests on the ability of commercial executives to locate patients. Jeff's therapy is still pending FDA approval, but he nervously wonders how he's going to find his own market when it's time to launch. Traditional strategies are falling short. Marketing techniques like reach and frequency don't work when you're looking for such a small population of patients. Disconnected claims-based leads are practically worthless, and although Brad purchased large claims datasets for his in-house analytics team to search, it isn't producing the results he's looking for, and the field team doesn't find them helpful. It's obvious to Jeff that data is the answer. Provider data is the most complete and actionable, but prohibited because of regulatory restrictions. He continues his search for an answer and finally stumbles across something different, a company called Rare Disease Data Trust. RDDT has a first-to-market approach and functions as a compliant bridge between healthcare and pharma. They work directly with providers to help them find suspected rare disease patients and accelerate them to diagnosis. Jeff shows Brad what he's found, but Brad is skeptical. He's been through several vendors and the results never impressed him. The idea of a vendor working directly with the HCP sounds way too good to be true. Jeff decides to allocate budget for RDDT. They build a disease state AI model which locates the highest concentration of potential undiagnosed patients. With RDDT's guidance, Jeff selects promising provider data targets, and RDDT independently contracts with those provider groups to access their robust de-identified datasets. RDDT confirms suspect undiagnosed patients, compliantly identifies the potential patients to the provider, along with providing a revenue stream to the HCP to make the confirmatory testing and triage more commercially viable. As Jeff goes to market, he is amazed to see the surge of newly diagnosed patients coming from community healthcare. Jeff hits and exceeds his numbers 3 quarters in a row. He is even able to prove the market viability for a new therapy to investors with the help of RDDT. With Jeff's success, Brad finally comes round and hires RDDT to help him too, and before long, he's glad he did. RDDT does what healthcare will never do and what commercial manufacturers are prohibited from doing. We proactively and compliantly search providers' own data for lost and undiagnosed patients. Contact us today to start developing a search model for your disease state.